So good evening everybody and welcome back. It feels like it's been forever since we were on track, but finally after, what, 2.5, nearly 3 months of being away, FTRL is back. It is season 32 of GT action, and we kick off with, as ever, the GT2 stroke GT3 category. First round tonight, kicking off from a brand new circuit on the game. We've finally got some new tracks, and we're going to bask in that this season. Starting off here at a very familiar site, then it is the Yas Marina circuit in Abu Dhabi, and of course the Formula 1. And tonight plays host to its first ever FTRL race. Season 32 kicks off with our GT2 and GT3 season. A little bit different to before. We'll go through the details as the night goes on. But it's just good to be back. It's been so long. I can't remember the last time I did commentary. It's been that long. Probably some point in November time, maybe even October. So a long time between races. But finally, we're going to kick off then with the new season. And well, starting off with GT2 and GT3, who always deliver great action. So let's see how we get on tonight then. So what does this season look like then? So you can see already the cars out on track are the Mazda MX-5 Roadster. These are the cars that will be pedalling around in the Sprint Cup in both tonight and tomorrow's when GT1 hits the track. And then the main endurance races are taking part in a new car as well. We've got a new car finally as well. Just the one though, because they don't want to treat us too nicely. But we have got the Ferrari 296 GT3, the new GT3 car on the game. And it is both classes then are single make. So everybody in the Mazda Roadster for this race and everybody in the Ferrari 296 in the endurance race a little bit later on. So the running riders and who have we got taking part of this season? You can see the list on the left hand side. The graphics changed a little bit. Look, it's sort of like moved down a little bit more smoothly. So we have been doing little enhancements anyway. First name on the board is a very familiar face. It is FTRL Blue Flag, the immovable object himself, down in GT2 this season, just because he has not got a wheel that works currently. He's on his pad, so there's GT2 just to see how he gets on. So watch out for some truly trains forming behind him. Then we've got Glyn. So we've got this driver there. I came back, brand new driver. Yes, Andy Forrest. It is, however, he has no wheel. He's on pad, so that's why. So the defence will be jittery and jerky as the car moves around him. I came back then. New driver on the grid. And then we've got Glyn, our CT106 GTI. So Callum back again, then a former race winner. How's he going to get on this season? And we've got Saza Thupi, new driver as well. And then Stufa 229. We've got Johnny Boy, who has been making leaps and bounds over the last couple of seasons. Then how is he going to get on this season? We've got KD Goodwin, I believe is the mate of Glyn. Might just be filling in tonight for Nobby Norris. We've got Static Shock A. We've got Zomla, of course, stalwart of FTRL. Unsafe Release. Zikaiser is back. Zikaiser is in the chat. Good evening, Fever. Hello. Guten Abend. Wie geht's? Derek McDonald back once again. The Angry Scotsman. And another one who's made some good performances in the past. How's he going to get on this season? Then we've got Joker, the reigning GT2 champion. Has he gone to the number one car? He has. He's got the number one banner on. So then the reigning champ then sporting that number one livery. Can he defend his title tonight? We've also got the reigning GT3 champion. Although it's been a while since we've had GT3 on the grid. And his Matman is back then after quite a hiatus as well. Change of career in the meantime. But he's decided now is the time to come back to FTRL. Sporting, of course, a Newcastle livery. And then we've also got Owen as well, another one. Race winner as well now. Finally got that monkey off his back. He's going to get on the season. And with everybody. I think that's everybody. So Zom is the first one on track. Chat coming in. Hello Lennon. Hello SBY. Hello Mikey. Hello Derek. Jameson Fever. Viper Project. Go Power Rangers indeed. So as I mentioned, there's GT2 and GT3 tonight, which we'll go through in a moment. We're going to go on board though with a lap. As Zom is now coming around to start a flying lap. We'll go on board. Now, all these cars are on sports tyres, sports soft tyres, and so see a bit of one-handed driving. So we go on board for a lap then of the Yas Marina circuit. Down to turn 1. Into the first corner, then 90-degree left-hander, plenty of runner for the right-hand side there. Just a bit more track then into this uphill left-hander, then flick right. The car's going to want to push out wide there. You've got to try and keep it in there, but plenty of track there because this circuit is a car park. It's just asphalt everywhere then, and then down to the newly re-profiled hairpin. Of course, scene of the infamous 2021 dive bomb for the championship in Formula 1, and out of the hairpin and onto the first part of this back straight. The next chicane will be one of the good overtaking opportunities in the races. So keep an eye here, then speed building up then up to 125, 130, 135, then 136 before down the gearbox we go. This very Mickey Mouse chicane. Over the curb there, off camber. Car gets a little bit squirrely then as he gets it straightened up, then on the power. With the bridge then along the second start finish straight for the short version of the track. Taking the long way around, staying all the way over to the right hand side then as he gets the line set for the next hairpin. Again, another reprofiled corner. Sweeping hairpin, staying tight in there, then let the car drift on exit, use the curbs on the exit. Squeeze off the bill then into the right-hander there, just to flick through there. A bit more right-hander, then fall down. The gears hard on the brakes. To the right-hander, then we go left under the hotel. And there's the bridge joining the two parts. Through the second left then, and then sort of sprint then into the final couple of corners. To the right then, nice tight there, again using the curb. Actually see the car struggling for grip. Put down a second gear into the final corner, and then across the line we go. And the first time on the board is a 2:11.6 there from Zom. How handy is that lap time going to be? Well, Johnny Boy is the next one across the line then. Derek then going to the top of the pile, which goes second, Glyn goes third, Mattman goes fourth. So 0.4 of a second covering the top 5 immediately then, but it's Derek who's taken a fastest lap after the first set of laps. And a few cars still coming around. Let's look at some of these liveries. We go on there, beautiful effort once again from Derek. His livery designing work is really going up in quality. That car looking superb as Blue Flag goes to the top by 0.8 of a second then. Proving that even though he's on pad, he has not lost any of his pace. 0.8 of a second then. It was quite close until Blue Flag just put that lap in at 1:10.3. Give you a good idea of what we can expect tomorrow in GT1. Low 2:10s, maybe 2:9s. Mr. Smith at the wheel. This is Blue Flag from Derek then. Third is Odon after his first run. Nice livery here, an old Apple livery, Apple computer livery. We get a close shot, that'd be nice, camera. Good retro looking livery there. Joker in third, of course, is battling with Stufer, so we've got some battles going on in qualifying, which is not ideal. Joker has now got himself a half-second penalty, so he might back out of it here then. And then Glenn in this nice black and orange livery. Orange and red. As all we saw there in the black and white striped Newcastle livery. And Zom in his fairly customary black and white livery. Johnny Boy in this beautiful Castrol Perkins livery there, inspired by the Aussie supercar brand from the 90s. And then I came back in a Red Bull livery. And Stufer, who is in the black, black red monster livery there. Looking livery again. Another one inspired by the supercars. Look, it looks like Cam Waters. And we've got Katie Goodwin, just to be in the default livery. Number 31, so he's put a little bit of effort into the livery. Unsafe release, and his Spezzy livery. 3.9 seconds off the pace at the minute, down in P12, then so unsafe. Work to do. struggling a little bit with this car. He was fairly handy last night in a practice race in the Ferrari. And we've got Static Shock in this nice blue, white and red livery. Odon up to second. And it's Sazathupi then. This one, the blue, beautiful blue, white and red livery. Very wide out the final corner. Can improve though. Massive improvement there. Just a 19 seconds shaved off that lap time. Nice job there. Up to P8 he goes. So blue flag then still leading the way. But Odon up to second, then into 210s as well. Jumps ahead of Derek. Derek himself with another half second. It was at the same half second penalty he had before. Somebody that calls out in the chat there, calling out blue flag. Dropping down to GT2. All for it. Call him out. Getting back up to GT1. So look out, blue flag then, going through the Mickey Mouse chicane at the moment then. Really tricky, really slow. Sticking a good line through there. Then he's come up to checkpoint 2, so let's see how he's getting on. Got his gap down 8 tenths of a second. It's now just under 6. He's coming up to the second checkpoint now. How's this that looking? Yes, there is. He is nearly 4 tenths purple. Blue flag on for a 2:09. If he can hold that pace for the rest of the lap. Odon is down on his lap, so he's not improving. Derek a little bit further up the road. Can he get back onto the front row of the grid? Unsafe release, meanwhile, up to P1, a 2:09.5, put 7, nearly 8 tenths of a second into blue flag. So blue flag, who was on to improve on his pole position time, is now looking at having lost pole position, and the car sliding around out the double left-hander there. It's going to cost him some time. Is he going to improve at all? He'll get one more lap in. Remembering who he is. Former GT2 champions, both of them. Actually, former GT2 champions. Blue flag improves to a 2:09.5 and is just 27 thousandths short. So that little slide there we saw out of the second of those left-hander under the hotel probably cost him pole position then, but he knows he's got the speed there again. You can see the rear of the car sliding there out of turn 1. What about Odon? We saw him down, didn't we? So everybody then will be coming around onto their final laps now. I came back. How's he getting on? The line does not improve that time, and so the running order currently, so now on to their final laps, is unsafe release, holding provisional pole from blue flag. He is coming. He's missed the first checkpoint. So it's just gone through. So it's unsafe release and blue flag on row 1 provisionally. Odon and Derek on row 2. Joker and Glyn on row 3. Matt Mannon's on together on row 4. Then it's Sazathupi and Stufer on row 5, Johnny Boy, and I came back on row 6, KD Goodwin and Static Shock. Currently on row 7. Should have I haven't done a lap of them yet either, Sean, so you're not alone. You might have to do it after this race. Unsafe release, can he improve? On that 2:09.5. Blue flag had a couple of moments that cost him some time. If he can clean his lap up, he'll improve. Unsafe release improves again to a 2:09 flat. Gauntlet laid down, back to blue flag. Sliding the car nicely then into the right-hander. She was so patient there, that was a little bit smoother. So blue flags needs to find nearly half a second as Joker goes third. 2:10.2. Oh, blue flag's wide. He might have just got away with that though. That was right on the limit. Stufer goes fourth. Blue flag. 2:09 flat. He takes pole. Steals pole by 34 thousandths of a second there. He was right on the edge of that white line coming out of the penultimate corner. Just hung on to that and gets across the line and steals provisional pole. Odon coming around, it does not improve on P5. In the pits. Goodwin's already there. Shots across the line. Where is he? There we have it then. Yes, so Mikey's saying ruined it for him. So if I look at the splits, who's in what division? Oh, do we have a list of this? Right then, so the split between GT2 and GT3 is as follows. In GT2, so these are separate divisions racing together up track at the same time. There will be an overall championship, but mostly it's about the split between the two divisions. So GT2, there's Blue Flag, Joker, Glyn, Unsafe, Matman, Derek, Odon and Face Potter. Now Face Potter should be with us for the endurance race a little bit later on. Oh, he's back now, so might be able to get him in for the race. Let's see if Zom's seen the message. Then Beach, Zom, Nobby Norris, I Came Back, Static Shock, Stufa and Monte Carlo, and all who's just missing tonight, are GT3. There we have it then, top two there, clear and right up against each other then, Blue Flag and Unsafe Release, separated by less than a blink of an eye. Joker then in third, the reigning GT2 champ, Stufa in fourth, leading the way in for GT3. In amongst the GT2 drivers then, it's Odon, Derek, Glyn and Matman, and Zom, Cecil Thupi, Johnny Boy, I Came Back, Katie Goodwin, and Static Shock A. Or Static Shocker. Is it Static Shock A or Static Shocker? Right, so looks like we're going racing then, so we should have Face Potter back with us then for the main race. Ahead of us 9 laps of the Yas Marina circuit in the Mazdas. Lights up there from Unsafe. We've got 3, 4, 5 red lights, and season 32 is go, and the lights they're not hanging around. Caught Joker out there. He's going to get passed by Stoof on the run onto turn 1, but Blue Flag gets a good jump and he will lead. Oh, Stoof is wide out of turn 1. Joker getting on the curb as he fights back in the battle for third, and Odon's going to take that place as well. Blue Flag leads out of the hairpin, Unsafe in hot pursuit. Then Joker trying to tag onto the coattails, but he's out of slipstream range already. It's the front two trying to make a break for this Odon, Stufa, Zom in 6th place. Sasathupi, Glyn, Derek, Johnny Boy, Matman's had a bit of a shocker going down to P11. I Came Back in 12th, side by side with Katie Goodwin and Static Shocker behind them as they get to the end of the back straight, or the middle part of the back straight, into the chicane for the first time. As everybody gets stopped, and he moves in the background. But he seems to be behaving himself. Oh, there is, however, some tyre squealing up ahead. Who was that? Oh, and it's Stufa. Oh, all that hard work, and he's throwing it all the way down to the back. He goes, the first victim of these cars and these tyres. Big shame for him. As up front then, Blue Flag and Unsafe Release are nose to tail. Joker clinging onto the coattails. Start battling, he might be able to get on the tail and hang with them in the background. Then Zom chasing after Glyn. Oh, and who's that going wide? That's I Came Back. Out wide. So if he joins the room, he'll be in then for the main race. He's out wide. Careful there. Steve trying to fight back up the inside then. He's already got one place back and gets another one. That's a penalty there for the Red Bull livery car. Then leading the way, Unsafe tucked right up behind him. Then they put a little bit more time into Joker. He's continuing to keep Odon at arm's length. These two at the moment are the class of the field. Then down to the hairpin for the second time. Unsafe there. Oh, he did again. Was get quiet on the brakes. Goes very deep into the corner. And that has given Blue Flag a big jump and a big advantage. However, Unsafe has got a good launch off the corner. and starts to come back. Back in the slipstream range then, so all is not lost for Unsafe there, but a big moment there on the brakes for the hairpin. Field then making their way down the back straight, then blue flag hard on the brakes. Unsafe in the background. Who is that? That is Glyn going for a move on Sazathupi down the inside. Sazathupi holding him off. That's the rears up though, big slide there as it gets the power down. Glyn holding on, and behind them Zom has got Derek all over the back of him. Derek tucked right under the rear wing. Zom then trying to hook the inside, then forcing Derek around the long way. Derek just bumping him along for the moment. Does he want to go for a move into the hairpin? Glyn's having a look again up ahead. Thupi is slightly wider line. Glyn down the inside and through he goes. Good move. And Thupi though keep the momentum off the corner. Try and fight back. He's up the inside. He goes side by side to the right, but looks like Glyn has got the move done. No, he's a little bit wide there. So Thupi looks up the inside. Nothing doing. There's a big old slide through the second of the right-handers. And all this is bringing Zom into play. So Zom now catching these guys. Glyn's a bit wider there, so Thupi tighter line. Zom's there and Derek's not far away either. Behind them, Johnny Boy and Matt Man closely together. And Katie Goodwin got the half-second penalty as well. And Static Shocker, Stufa, and I came back having a good 3-car scrap back here. Ooh, where has Static Shocker gone? There he is. Very wide out the pull to the corner. That might be a penalty. Oh, I came back as a big slide at the final corner. Loses all his momentum and down to 14th he goes. That's back with the leaders then, and a lap ago. It was almost a big coming together. Unsafe has regrouped. He's caught back up again and is on the attack around the outside. Blue flag defends the inside. Unsafe going for the momentum of the corner. Bit of a twitch though. It gives blue flag a little bit of breathing room, but Unsafe is right there. Down the back straight. Blue flag hugging the inside then. Unsafe's going to have to go the long way around, but he's got the momentum and he might be able to get this done even before they get to the corner. Unsafe is ahead. Blue flag will fly on the brakes because that's all he knows. Parks it on the apex then, block pass and regains the position. But Unsafe is again on the attack around the outside. Blue flag once again hugging the white line on the inside. Unsafe's going to have to go the long way around. He's often called the immovable object, the wall. Well, he's going to have to put up the biggest wall he's got because Unsafe releases on the attack then around the outside of the hairpin. Both cars sliding. Unsafe's got a bit wide there and blue flag will slot in ahead, but Unsafe's got the momentum off the corner once again. This is not over. So to the outside, trying to give a cut back for a tidal line to the right hand and nothing doing. And behind the Joker's got a comfortable gap in third, but not troubling the leaders at the moment. Odon going rolling fourth. Again, no pressure behind, and then we've got this 4-car scrap. Glyn, Sazathupi, Zomla and Derek. Still as you were. On board in the middle of it then with Sazathupi. Dear me, trying to get the power, but you can see the understeer of this car on these tyres. He's heading for a wall there nearly. Has he got away without penalties? The next question. I think he has. Oh, he's turning far too early there, though. Contact with the wall. Where is Zom? He's behind still. And there is Zom, there is Derek as well. A bit of a mistake there from one of the new guys. Gets away with the Johnny Boy in a solid P9. He's put a bit of time to Matt Man. He's now P10. Katie Goodwin going well in P12. Then Stufa recovering after his early dramas. He's now cleared. Static Shocker, and I came back. We go back to the leaders, and once again we are battling down the back straight then. Unsafe once again to the outside. Let's get the brakes for the chicane. A little bit of a gap this time. Not under immediate pressure, although Unsafe is closing in. Slipstream not going to be huge in these cars. blue flag do here? Because unsafe thinks about him to the inside. Blue flag just half covers him off, turns in early. Safe then has to wait for another opportunity then. Guys are still putting time into Joker despite battling as hard as they are. Further back then, Derek is now ahead of both Cesar Thupi and Zom. So Derek, they're making some good progress. Steelers now making their way under the hotel. Clearly now just starting to edge away from these three. And we're still battling. Johnny Boy, Matt in a bit no man's land. Katie Goodwin's got Stufa closing back in again. So back into a rhythm. Came back, has now just pulled a little bit of a gap then over Static Shocker, who is having a big drama there. Oh dearie me. It's a low speed accident. He's just about gathered up there. You can see these cars. This is how tricky these tyres are. Done well there. Good car control. Well saved. Again, then on lap 5 then we're into the second half then of this race. And these two are pushing each other along. Farrell Raider, not sent blue flag. 10th purple through sector 1. Unsafe though. Smooth the line. The blue flag washed out a little bit mid corner. And once again, unsafe release is closing in down the back straight. On board with the pursuer. This kilometre long back straight. Not going to be close enough, but is he going to go for a big send on the brakes? Doesn't fancy it. The car stop, slide there. You can see as he tries to get the car turned. It's just not the grip there. The car's got more power than you think. And his tyres are struggling to put it down. If I can pull the cover, the car lengths out. Around the hairpin we go. Close this time, he's just dropped a couple of car lengths back, maybe just regrouping. Looks like I'm in a good lap. Not so close this time, and Joker still going well in third. 4.5 seconds now behind the leaders, but 2.6 ahead of Odon. Glyn still putting a little bit of time into this group behind, but Derek is still there, and Cesar Thupi and Zom's got himself a half-second penalty. So Glyn not dropping them, sort themselves out again, giving chase, and Johnny Boy behind them, going well. Personal best last time around. See consistently there from Johnny Boy. 12.7, 12.4, 12.4. That man at bay. It's a little bit wide there. Struggling for grip there. He's just dropped back a little bit. And Stufa has now caught Katie Goodwin. He qualified so well. Ran 5th early on. Probably got to 3rd, didn't he, on the run as turn 1. But the spin thereafter dropped him all the way to the back, but he's fighting back well. Katie Goodwin then I came back. And a bit of a lonely P13, and also a lonely P14 for Static Shocker. So having a big drop, and unsafe down the inside. Just as we flick back to the leaders, this time he's gone for a move down the inside. It was very Max Verstappen-esque. Big lunge, a little bit of side-by-side contact, but unsafe leads the way. Now, blue flag goes from being chased to being the chaser down the outside on the brakes. So it goes a little bit deep. Blue flag going to try and cut back, make him force him tight, then get the momentum off the corner. And blue flag executes that perfectly. Brilliant move there from sight. Can't believe she's not watching just because Goose isn't here. That's disappointing. Everybody in the chat, let's go Goose, you got this. If you're watching Goose, come back soon. Love you. Right then, unsafe. Had the move done. Lost it though, blue flag set up perfect, big slide from blue flag. Out of that second right-hander. That brings unsafe right back onto the rear bumper again. in the final corner is an overtaking opportunity. Safe is not close enough though. Joker now going back here with this battle because Sazathupi is back ahead of Derek. So I'm still there despite having served that half-second penalty. Johnny Boy's still going well, and Mattman's now got Stufer right on his tail. Stufer's charge back through the field continues. Okay, Goodwin. Yeah, still getting on. Go back to the lead battle, and this is the main one. Once again, then no, last time around we caught the end of it unsafe. Again, it's close. Is he going to go for a move? But if they're going to be wise to it this time. So it goes deep. He's going to try and cut back. They get the momentum off the corner. You can see how quickly that time starts to drop. Look, he's taken a tenth out of him already. So he's got a different line there. Oh, we've lost somebody. We've lost somebody. Oh, Sazathupi has had a drama somewhere. So Stufer has got Mattman, but Mattman has got Sazathupi. He gets back of the hairpin, then has another big old slide there. So he's had a drama somewhere, unfortunately. He's dropped to that battle. He was having a really good scrap there with Derek, Glyn, and Zom. And Joker has taken a little bit of time out of these two ahead of him. 9, his fastest lap so far was quicker than in qualifying actually there. Safe did a 2:11 flat and Blue Flag did a 2:10.9, so took a second out of the leaders that last time around. So they keep battling and squabbling like they were last time around. Might be able to get back on terms then, although they are starting to just edge away again on this lap. Running order then, Blue Flag leads just from unsafe release. These two have been separated by no more than about 4 or 5 tenths all race. Joker in third, the reigning champ. Comfortable in third place at the moment. Fourth is Odon, doing very well in this one. Not really threatening Joker, but under no threat from behind. Glyn then to come through nicely into P5, holding off Derek and Zom. They're about a second apart. Then Johnny Boy going solidly in P8. Recovering Stufer up to 9th now. Mattman is back ahead of Sazathupi. I think she's now squabbling over P10. Thupi, of course, dropping out of that battle for P5. Katie Goodwin go well in P12. Oh, he's having a bit of a slide there. And we've got I came back. Stafford Shocker in at 14th. Then penultimate lap of the race. 1 3/4 laps to go. Down to the hairpin we go again. Blue Flag leads by just under half a second. Again, they see different lines. Blue Flag stays tight. Unsafe goes a little bit deep, cuts back early, gets the momentum off the corner. Lost a 10th on the entry, but then starts to gain it back down the back straight. But he's not going to be close enough in the braking zone this time around. He just needs to get closer, try and get his braking right. Blue Flag defending the inside. Of course, his shadow's there. Unsafe's not going to make a move on him, so he can only be defending from his own shadow. Here we go. Looks like a little bit of a slide there. Unsafe had a better exit that time, and he is closing in once again. Although it seems content, doesn't need to defend in the braking zone this time. Then, in fact, Blue Flag is 2 tenths purple. So these two are back on qualifying pace, which explains why Joker's been dropped again. To this final sector. Again, this is where the technical sector is. Blue Flag, oh, right out on the curb. Right on the limit there. He's away from the apex. Unsafe is right there again. Now Unsafe a little bit wide there under the hotel. Gives Blue Flag another half car length, but he's right with him. 2 corners to go on this lap then, and we're going to start the final lap. Right together. No one safe out the final corner. Big slide. 2:08.6 there. Fastest lap of the week so far from Blue Flag. What did they do 2:08 in qualifying? Can't remember. I have forgotten. Maybe they did do 2:08 in qualifying actually. So Blue Flag pulls out a lap when he needed it. But look at how close they were. 5 thousandths per second apart that time around. That is how close these two are. Unsafe is closing the purple again. These two are pushing each other so hard. One safe. Lights the rears up, gets the power down as hard as he can. Out of the final corner, quick check back. Joker is safe, Odin is safe, Glyn is in 5th, Derek's still there. Zom, Stufus up to 8th, then he got ahead of Johnny Boy. And Cecil Thupi, Matman. Katie Goodwin, I came back, and Static Shock is having a drama, we'll leave him to it. May all your dramas be private. Nothing doing then at the braking zone for the chicane. Unsafe needs to get a good exit here. So does Blue Flag, both of them switching, sliding around. Unsafe's got a slightly better exit, but it's not enough. He's not gaining on him quickly enough for the hairpin. What a battle it has been between these two. They have been nose to tail all race. Unsafe pushing around the hairpin. It's not over though. There's still chances here. Still mistakes can happen. He was brave. I cannot afford to let up. He's a bit cautious through there, but Unsafe's right on him. She needs to defend the inside though, force him the long way around. There's no move happening there. Unsafe is twitching around, but he's running out of opportunities then. 2 corners to go. Blue Flag, I think, has got this, barring a massive mistake at the final corner. He gets it stopped, he gets it turned. Out of the final corner, what a battle to start the season 32. Blue Flag wins. Unsafe releases 2nd. In a bit of a lonely 3rd, then Joker coming across then to kick off his title defence with a P3. Then Odon comes across the line in 4th. Solid drive from him. Glyn fought his way through to 5th, and he will finish there. Holds off Derek and Zom. Zom slides at the final corner, so it's Derek 6th, Zom in 7th. Oh, Johnny Boy and Steve are both off at the penultimate corner. Johnny Boy's got him back. Good drive in there from Johnny Boy, fights out after that P8. Stuffer gets P9 on his debut. Matman is 10th on his return. Cecil Thupi is 11th on his debut. Katie Goodwin comes across the line in P12 with personal best on the final lap. I came back then out of the final corner. Across the line in for P13. And we caught him having a bit of a drama early on. Let's give him a bit of airtime then. One of the new boys. Oh dear me. These cars are very tricky on these tyres because they slide a lot. Even the soft tyres, they slide around a lot. They are very tricky cars. Of course, when we're going on to next is the Ferrari on its slick racing tyres, which are going to have lots of grip even on the hards in comparison to these things. So one of the unique challenges about these cars on these tyres that you have to learn to sort of manage the sliding to make these cars quick, because it won't be neat and tidy. There will be a bit of slip and sliding. But it will come with practice and time. We've seen it countless times with people when they've joined FTRL in GT2 and GT3. They're not quick when they start off, but in no time at all, they're battling for top 10s, top 5s, podiums, race wins. So these are just the next batch of people we need to develop into the future stars of FTRL. Crosses the line though, gets to the flag, great job there. And that then is the first race of season 32, and what a banger that was. Blue Flag though. So many new faces, it's an old hand that takes the victory then in the first race, and Blue Flag wins by 7/10 of a second. Comfortable margin. I think it's probably the biggest gap we've seen between the two of them since the start. Blue Flag then got victorious over Unsafe Leads there. Look at the lap times as well, just 5 thousandths between their fastest laps as well. That's how closely matched those two were. Joker in 3rd, starts his title defence there with a podium. Then Odon in 4th, good drive there from him, even if it was a bit of a lonely one. Glyn in P5, Derek starts P6, Zom P7, Johnny Boy battles to P8. P9 for Stuffer there, what might have been for him had he not spun off early on. Matman in P10, Cecil Thupi, another one who probably could have had a better result there, but for a spin in the middle of the race. He ends up P11. Katie Goodwin P12 on his debut. I came back is 13th, and Static Shocker rounding off the finishes in 14th. And so on to our endurance racing, 25 laps of the circuit then in the GT3 296 Ferrari, the newest GT car on the game. Finally, When can we please have things like the new Aston Martin, the Corvette C8, the BMW M4, what else have we got? The new Porsche. What else is there? There's got to be more. I mean, surely the new Toyota GT cars like being launched soon. And given how we get Japanese car content all the time, surely you could bring that to us early. So we will see. Yeah, never. Probably right, Pete. So then, what a race that was. Can the endurance race live up to that hype then? So 25 laps then. 3 tyre compounds must be used, the hards, the mediums and the softs. So a bit of strategy to play out in this one. How you use your tyres, when you use your tyres is completely down to the drivers. But all 3 tyre compounds must be used for at least 1 lap. Race starting at 21:28. So what the hell are you doing? You're for 14 minutes. So Face Potter then joins the grid then for the race, so we're out to our full quota tonight. I think Katie Goodwin's filling in for Nobby Norris, who will be back hopefully next week. Then drifting this Ferrari then. Beautiful looking car as ever from Ferrari. It's the successor to the 488, which we never got on Gran Turismo 7. We got the 458 from about 2012. And then they just skipped the car that ran from like 2016, 17. We've just gone straight to the 2023 car instead. So, yeah. But we're not bitter. It's fine. So he's sporting a very nice Spider-Man livery there, of course, Ferraris. So primarily red cars. So there's a lot of those on the grid then. So the livery then behind him is Stufer. Beautiful split livery there. Red, the tricolore down the middle of it, red on one side, sort of bronze side on the other. Nice looking livery there. So there's a Thufi there. He's got his branding on point. Again, that blue, white and red livery, similar to what he ran his Mazda in earlier on. Looking splendid as well. Katie Goodwin then in the plain livery. Oh, boo. Get livery on that car immediately. So that is how the car arrives. And he is just filling in tonight, so we're going to let him off this week. But next time, filling in again, Katie Goodwin, put a livery on your car, please. I don't care what livery it is, just pick a livery from the livery section. Thank you. Behind him is Odon then. He is sporting an Ironman livery. It's not overly oversteery because of Gran Turismo, everything understeers Bieber, so. So Odon sporting Ironman livery. Then we've got Static Shocker. He's gone for a darker livery in this one. A very sort of royal blue. Red, but nice looking livery there. Practicing his pit stops then. We've got Matman once again in the Newcastle colours with black stripes. And we've got Webster in Verstappen Racing livery. Verstappen Racing have moved over to AMG for 2026. So having raced both the Ferrari and the Aston Martin last year in a mixture of GT World Challenge, DTM. And moving over to AMG for next season. And there's Glyn there, and there's Team Fox Parkins research car there, once again, sporting that sort of black and orangey red livery, looking very good once again. Derek there, sort of matched his colours from the Mazda. Lovely looking car once again from him. We've got Joker parked up at the side. And some Sim Demon colours. Flag making his way out the pit lane now. What we're looking at on the end, again, sort of some of the colour scheme to his Mazda. So Felice making his way out the pits now. He's got a Red Dead Redemption livery. Banging game, nice. So on the pits there, he's got his standard livery on. Odon we've already seen, and Johnny Boy there. Johnny Boy's gone for another Supercars inspired livery. Then he's gone for the most recent DJR shell livery on his car. Let's see if that's a chrome-sided car, chrome side on that Super's car causes anybody any blindness problems later on. Here we go then. So 25 laps ahead of us then. It's a reverse grid, of course. The Static Shocker will be leading us off. I Came Back is second. Katie Goodwin in third. Sazathupi in fourth. Mattman is fifth. Stufa is sixth. Johnny Boy seventh. Zom is eighth. And Derek in ninth. Glyn in 10th. Odin 11th. Joker is 12th. Unsafe Felice is 13th. Blue Flag is 14th. Face Potter missed the first race. Starts at the back. And the final corner. 25 laps. Oh, go. And away we go then. So, tyre-wise, we've got Static Shocker on the soft tyres. It's the mediums for I Came Back. Hards for Katie Goodwin. It's the mediums for Sazathupi. Hards for Mattman. Stufa is on the hard tyre as well. Zomlar's on the hards. He's making a move on Johnny Boy immediately into turn 1, but Johnny Boy fights back. Johnny's on the mediums. Zom is on the hards, as is Derek. It's the mediums for Glyn. It's the hards for Odon. It's the mediums for Joker. The hards for Unsafe. The mediums for Blue Flag. And the hards for Face Potter. Oh, we've already lost Static Shocker. Oh, down a couple of places then, getting bullied into the hairpin. Down to P6 he goes then, so I Came Back leading the way then. So 15 Ferraris fly down this back straight. Into the braking zone for the first time. And he moves further back. What have we got? We've got a bit of contact between Mattman and Stufa, I think. Stufa to get on with it. Mattman's on the hard tyres. There's a Stufa. So, tyre advantage there as Katie Goodwin's got a good launch there and battling now for the lead with I Came Back. The brake is down the inside goes Katie Goodwin. Through he goes. Can he hold it tight there as I Came Back? Going to slip back up the inside. A little bit of a twitch there from the red Ferrari. Oh, bit of contact there. It's times 4 for everything. Sazathupi up to second then. Takes advantage of that contact. Mattman through as well. I Came Back now getting shuffled back. He's late on the brakes. Oh, what's going on? It's chaos into the chicane for the first time. Look at this. 6 cars. In about 3 car lengths. So 2 by 2. Mattman trying to get his nose down the inside but loses out. Katie Goodwin leads. Stufa up to second place then. Sazathupi in third. Then Mattman now fourth. I Came Back on the inside of Static Shocker. Goes round the outside, but I Came Back now up the inside of Mattman to the final corner. Up ahead, Stufa takes the lead. Katie Goodwin around wide. Sazathupi's through. So Stufa leads. So start lap 2 then. Oh, Sazathupi's out wide. Be careful because that's a bit of sort of astroturfy, rubbery runoff there, and that can spit you off very easily. Is he going to get a penalty for being out there? Looks like he's got away with it. It's Mattman now on the attack of Katie Goodwin for third. He's got the inside line as they break for the hairpin. And through goes Mattman. Oh, big old punt there. In the background, I Came Back. Just got yeeted by Static Shocker. Shame there. Waits for his compatriot to get going again. On his way over, that's a bit of a sad start there. Don't like to see that happening early on. Long way to go though, so a chance for him to get back into this one. And now he's got a lot of work to do then, so the shuffle of the order. Stufa now leading the way now by 1.1 seconds over Sazathupi. Mattman in third with Katie Goodwin right behind him. A little bit of a gap back. We've got Johnny Boy leading the second train with Zom tucked up behind him. Then Joker, then Face Potter, then Glyn. And Blue Flag was getting shuffled out a little bit here. Did he have a penalty? Lost a good place there on the safe down the inside, and they're going to go 3 wide through the hairpin. Blue Flag gets shuffled all the way to the outside as Unsafe to get up the inside of Glyn. Blue flag, they will have the momentum off the corner. Derek's out wide there as well. Unsafe for this, getting shuffled back by blue flag. These two in separate once again. Oh, Zom's round! Oh, gets punted by somebody else's cars, scattering everywhere. A bit of race rust there coming in. Did Zom get contact or did he just lose it by himself? I didn't see that. Did see that Glyn get caught up in it. Whether or not there was any contact or not, though, I don't know. People's like, oh boy, and he's like, oh yes. A bit scrabbly, yeah. Up front then, Static, Stufa and Sasathupi. All the S's up front. Sasathupi now looking kind of racy on the medium tyres. He's got the better race tyre at the moment, and he'll want to try and get this move done as quick as he can. Down the inside into the braking zone for the hairpin. Sasathupi leads. Stufa's going to try and hang on around the outside though. Sasathupi then into the lead. Stufa tucked right up behind him in the background. We've got Mattman, then we've got Johnny Boy with Joker tucked under his rear wing, going side by side. Got Kenny Woods 3 wide. Joker tucks back in behind Katie Goodwin. Johnny Boy on the inside, still to get 3 wide again. Katie Goodwin backs out of it sensibly. And Johnny Boy on the inside takes 4th place. But then there's been a change for the lead, but back comes Sasathupi. These two are battling hard, one on the left, one on the right. Sasathupi on the outside, he's on the racing line. Can he break later though? The answer is no. Stufa down the inside, but Sasathupi's got more grip on those medium tyres, going to run around the outside. Has the momentum off the corner and takes the lead back. Good battling by these two there, good clean battling as well. Into the stadium section we go then, under the hotel. Sasathupi having a big old slide. In the corners there, not going to be doing his tyres any good. Mattman now closing in as these two battling and sliding around. A little bit wide there. He didn't get a penalty for that. He leads us on to lap 4. And he has got away there, no penalty. Running the rest there on that blue bit of AstroTurf there. Speed off very easily. Smackman then joining the battle. And he's getting to the dirty air a little bit. Joker then in 4th, got ahead of Johnny Boy. Still there on safe release, now in P6. So he's cut through nicely then. Zom in P7 after that spin. The chaos. Look at the car still here. Still battling. Blue flag down the outside of Katie Goodwin. Just getting shuffled back a little bit now. Face part of Derek, Glyn, Odon. I came back just about on the back of the train. Standard shocker then. 2:03.5, that best lap last time around. Now it looks bad at the minute for him. He's a little bit off the back of the pack and a bit of the pace wise, but practice time, more racing you get under your belt, you'll get quicker and you'll get quicker, and you'll be on the back of this train in no time then. Back with the leaders meanwhile. Sasathupi now starting to make a bit of a break on those medium tyres. Now strategy wise, of course, all 3 compounds have to be used. It's a question of when do you use them. Now Sasathupi, not the worst thing in the world here, being at the front to use the medium tyre, because he can run long, because he should stay out of traffic when he does start to pit. Stufa on the hard tyre, you imagine he'll get off those fairly early. You want to spend more time on the mediums and the softs. See Mattman in 3rd as now. Got Joker closing in on him. Joker's on the medium tyres as well. Taking a little bit of time to cut through the pack, but now he's got clear of the pack. He's now starting to reel in the front 3 in the background there. And safe is clear, Johnny Boy. We'll go on the mediums and safe on the hards. This Ferrari is quite a handle like a lot of the mid-engine cars do on the grid. It safe gets a bit of a slide. It's a little bit more sort of stable. Wood is his personal best, fastest lap there. Meanwhile, Zom was running wide out the final corner. Blue flag down the outside. Room given, but Zom cuts across the nose. Blue flag then switches to the inside. Doesn't have the momentum for an overlap, then so he'll have to tuck in behind. dirty air through this right hand is going to kill you. You don't want to run too wide because you can get a penalty if you run too wide out there. Face Potter, risking one there. Run too wide. This blue flag goes down the inside, then into the hairpin behind them. Derek on Glyn. All making a move. And makes it stick. Good move. So then on board looking for the inside and Zom. Nothing happening there though. My blue flag will defend with his life. Face Potter, late dive for the inside. Yeah, all three compas have to be used fever. So soft, medium and hard have to be used in this race. Soft tyre is good, but it does overheat in the final sector, so the medium tyre is probably the better race tyre. Last night I think both myself and Tom set our fastest laps on the mediums, so compared to the soft, I think the soft overheats in this next sector here. All these long corners just really burns the front up, so by the time you get to the end of the lap, they're just cooked. Oh, the big heat there. That was a big hard hit there. Face Potter and Zom. Where is Zom? Still out on the runoff. Potter's going to lift off and let him through. Zom gives him a hip check out wide. They both lost out to Derek and Glyn there, so. Front Joker then up to third and closing in on Stufer. South Loopy starting to edge away now. 58.9 there. Joker the fastest lap of the race at the 57.6. Around the hairpin. Back straight now. Now we are probably in the window for people on the hard tyre to be thinking about getting off that. So they may have even gone last lap around depending on the fuel save, so we'll see. Yeah, yes indeed. He's also starting to cut through now, although he's backwards a little bit there, so had some was a bit wide there, and blue flag's got up the inside of him despite that twitch. And move done for blue flag. So blue flag up to 6th. Then Derek, Face Potter, Zom. I came back to 12th then. Katie Goodwin just slipped down, but he's on the hard tyres. Odon's had a bit of a shocker as well, 14th. He's been in the pits, so Odon's pitted. So Odon's already switched tyres. And that feels early. It feels very early. Little fuel save going on there for him then. That's shocker. Fairly consistent lap times. That's the first base issue to work on. Get your consistency right. And once the consistency settles in, then the speed will start to come. We're going better on this lap as well, so improving. In comes Matman then. Matman is in the pits. So hard tyres going off. Face Potter is in also. Sorry, Derek's in. Also in is Zom. So we've got Matman, Derek, Face Potter and Zom in. Matman is going out then. What does he switch tyres to? To get to the pit lane. It says hard at the moment, but we'll switch tyres because he started on the hards. There's a long pit exit here as well. He's on the medium tyre then. So Matman switches to mediums. Zom's on the softs. Derek is on the medium tyres and Face Potter is on the softs. So 2 gone for mediums, 2 gone for softs. Oh, what's on the Sasathupi? Oh, the race leader. So, some drama for our race leader. He's thrown away the lead in spectacular fashion because he was leading the race. He's now 18 seconds off the lead. Oh, and gives Katie Goodwin a bump for good measure. Oh, so Sazzle Floopy then, who had a drama in the first race, lost a few places, and now had a drama in the main race and thrown away the race lead. So race leader changes, then Stufer is our race leader on those hard tyres. New one behind, the blue flag is ahead of Unsafe Release. Unsafe Release is drifting. Unsafe is drifting around. Now, is he going to be in this time around? He is. Unsafe Release dives to the pit lane. Oh, he's missed the pit entry. Oh, Unsafe has missed the pit entry. Unsafe Release was going for the pit lane. He's got a half-second penalty. But Unsafe Release there missed the pit entry. Overcooked it there. You need to be more cautious. Brake harder. And that's going to affect his strategy a little bit then. Maybe it'll give him more time on the mediums and the softs, so you don't have to worry less about fuel and tyre wear. But Unsafe Release there making a mistake. Katie Goodwin pits. As we were discussing last night, that's not the most embarrassing thing that's happened at a pit entry at Abu Dhabi, is it, Mikey? For those of you familiar with FTRL history, but more specifically FTRL F1 history, Mr. Mikey may have slightly overcooked his pit entry in his, I believe it's Ferrari, so may have ended up in the pit entry wall in retirement. So I don't know if somebody wants to go and find that clip, Aaron. Joker then leads now, taken over from Stufer. Stufer on the hard tyres. In a good place as well, as is Unsafe. Just 4.5 seconds off the lead. And on the worst tyre, although he would have got a better tyre by now, but he made a mistake on pit entry. Blue flag meanwhile has up to the pace, taking the fastest lap away. Only about 3/10 quicker than the Joker though, so not taking bags of time out of him. However, your front three are there, look, all covered by less than 2 seconds. 1/3 of the way into this race. Right, Joker won't pit. Is Stufer going to pit? No. Unsafe. I'm fairly sure Unsafe will try and pit again. Is he going to get it stopped this time? Yes, he is. He makes the pit lane this time. We're going around. Johnny Boy going around. On the medium tyres, you would expect. That's the 3P. Former race leader. A bit of damage on the front right of the car there, so he's off somewhere. Somewhere in sector 1. I wonder if he's either spun coming out of the sort of long right-hander, or maybe even on the exit of turn 1. Maybe didn't see where it happened. Unsafe then. Changed tyres. Pit lane here is so long as well. The pit X limiter is usually that side of the bridge, the tunnel. But for us, it's there. He's out on the soft side, and so Unsafe onto the softs. No, critically for him, he's come out ahead of Matman, so he's jumped Matman. Jumpers on, came back, hasn't pitted yet, there's Odon. Space Potter. Derek. Has stopped, and Katie Goodwin. Static Shocker is also now pitted as well, he's now onto the mediums. Meanwhile, the blue flag has taken Stufer for second. Like making steady progress and going faster once again. So we've got the fastest lap of the race. Look at Blue Flag has just done 2 identical lap times together. Look at that, 57.432. 2 laps in a row. Superb consistency. Couple of tenths up on Joker, so just chipping away. They're both at the same time. Stufer doing a good job though, because Stufer is on the hard tyre. Now, I'm surprised he hasn't pitted already. The medium tyre will last and the soft tyre will make the rest. So Stufer, if you're listening, get in the pits, get off those hard tyres, get on some mediums or some softs. Now he's going to go around again. Stufer, pit. Pit, you crazy fool. 57.6 then, Joker does a personal best, fastest lap, blue flag. Back in the 57.4s again, didn't make it 3 in a row though. Now in a solid P4, but a bit lonely. And Johnny Boy circulating together on the medium tyre still, so they're going to try and extend as long as they can. So they'll be recovering, and then we've got Unsafe Release now on a charge. So let's see what he can do. He's catching Sazathupi though, 1.7 seconds behind him. So Unsafe needs to make this part of the race count. He's going purple in the sector 1. He's taken 0.8 of a second, a second out of Sazathupi in sector 1 alone. He's 1.7 seconds at the line, he's already down to half a second. He's in the slipstream now. Might not be close enough into this chicane, but he'll get a good exit. Right on him into the hairpin. And the brakes seem closing in. Again, I don't think it's going to be close enough here, so he's going to be losing some time here. This is not what he needs. He's currently 24 seconds off the lead, then Joker leading by 1.6 seconds from Blue Flag from Stufer, who, despite dropping to third, is settled in nicely. Blue Flag solidly in the low 57s at the moment then. Stufer pit. He's going around again. Unsafe then has got the move done on Sazathupi. Zom, Matman, Face Potter, Derek, Odon circulating together. Nice little battle pack there. Came back in P13. And it was ceremoniously punted at the hairpin earlier on by Static Shocker. Had a bit of a shocker. Came back there, getting a twitch on the curb. But survives. Okay, Goodwin's got himself a half-second penalty. It's all learning. Static Shocker still going around. Might just text chat him at Andy, to be honest. Flag then. That's around Joker 57.9, 57.6 from Blue Flag then. So Blue Flag just taking a couple of tenths every now and again out of every lap out of Joker. Stufer then is at the end of his fuel, so he'll be in this time around. Blue Flag and Joker. Well, Blue Flag's got one more lap in him, definitely. Might have 2 more laps, to be fair. No, Sean. Nobby Norris will be undefeated in strategy. That's one stop and oval race. Genius. Joker will be in this time around, I imagine. Blue Flag will probably go around again. Stufer will be in. Right, there's Joker at the pit lane. Joker just about. Oh, dear mate. What about Stufer? Is he going to get stopped as well? Ooh. Glenn's got enough in the tank. Johnny Boy will be in. Johnny Boy makes the pit lane. Unsafe going around then. 56.4 then. He is now the fastest man on track. 56.5 that time around. Gap to lead down to 21 seconds, so he's now taking chunks of time out of Blue Flag, who now has clear track back in the 57.4s. So look at that, 4 of his. No, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of his last. No, 4 of his last 5 laps have been 57.4, so model of consistency there from Blue Flag. 11 seconds ahead of Glynn, up to third, so 3P in fourth. Zom has jumped Joker. Joker's now out on the hard, so Joker's getting his pain out of the way. Going to do a short stint on these. Initially, he's filled the tank, which I'm quite surprised he's done that. There's bottom in 7, and Derek. There's Odon, there's Matman. Stufer's come out P11. He's behind that massive train of cars. He has filled the tank and is on the medium tyre, which I'd expect. It's I suppose the gap between Joker and Stufer is 6 seconds. It was not that much when they came in. And they both filled the tank. Saves gap to the lead now down to 20 seconds. And he's going purple once again. Blue flag, he might even have one more lap in the tank, but those tyres are now looking very second-hand. He's very much in the window to pit. He's still doing 57.4, so he might go around one more time here. No, he's in. Dives for the pit lane. And then comes the race leader. What's Glyn going to do from second? Is he going to be in as well? He is. So blue flag at 10 litres left. Glyn comes in with 15. So Glyn had another lap in there, I think. Decided the tyre drop was too much. Blue flag. New tyres on the car. Now where's he going to come out? He's still going to be very close. No, unsafe is going to go through. So unsafe pursuit. Blue flag's out on the hards. Unsafe then leads by 3.5 seconds then, so those fast laps he's been banging in, 56.4, 56.5, 56.3, have jumped him into the lead of this race. That's a Thupi in third. He's going deep on those medium tyres, so fair play to him. That's good fuel management there. He's got Zom tucked right up behind him on already very burnt soft tyres. Joker in fifth then ahead of Face Potter, who's out of the curb. He's all on very burnt soft tyres. Seventh then. Stupid stuck at the back of this train at the moment then. This is not where we wanted to be. He was right with Joker when they pitted. Joker is at the front of this train. There's Stupid giving Matman a nudge through the chicane. So Joker is there. He's only 12 seconds off the lead. Stupid is 5 seconds back, but is 6 places further back. So that worked out nicely for him at all. Zom on the attack of Sazza Thupi. He will definitely be in this time around because he's about out of fuel. Zom doesn't need to force this too much. He will get this place in a corner's time anyway. He then dives to the inside. Does he make the corner? Yes, he does. He's at the pit lane entrance yet. So excellent fuel mileage there from one of the new guys. Derek on the attack of Glyn down the start, finish straight down to turn one. So up the inside, and there it goes through. He's a little bit wider onto the AstroTurf. That's going to let Glyn get a bit of a run back at him. He's on fresh hard tyres. So he's on slightly more medium tyres, but they should still be better at this stage of the race. Out on the Matman and Stufa still at the back of this train. He's not made any progress yet. Hard tyres for Sazat Thupi. You have to ask him how to pronounce that name. I don't think I'm pronouncing it right. So it's Sazat Thupi. Sazat Thupi? Sazat Thupi? I don't know. I'm guessing. Joined by then out on the hard tyre. I came back to the softs, so expected to be quicker than 58.3. Personal best from him. Made a good win with a half-second penalty. He is the new. He was last season they were the half-second penalties. No, it was Arsenal Joe, wasn't it? He is the new Arsenal Joe. Permanently with a half-second penalty. And a static shocker. A bit off at that chicane. It's very easy to miss your braking point there, though. No shame on that. Unsafe and extending his lead up to 5.7 seconds. Blue flag minutes will be his first representative lap time on the hards. And he can get fairly good times at the hard tyre, especially on a low fuel like he's on. Saz that hoopy. Saz that hoopy. Saz that hoopy. Zom and Face Potter are in. So Zom in from 4th. try though. Sass that booby. Try and help Owen here. Well, Owen's at the 5th. That's about the best he's been going all race, because I think he was just trailing around at the back earlier on. So good job. Well done. Right, Stu for finally making some progress. He's got ahead of Matman, but he's got himself a half-second penalty. I've got him Sass. Sass for sure. Snooper going to be able to make a move on Odon, or is he going to lose out to Matman once again? Then Glyn's also just tucked up behind them. Just pit stop Monte Carlo. There we go. I'll call him Monte Carlo. There we go. Little boy face Potter. Zob. Zob now on the mediums. And we're going to go to the end. So Zob's now done all of his stops. Face Potter, I believe, has done all of his. Back ahead of Zom as well. So Zom got ahead of him in the first stint. Face Potter is back ahead of him now. However, this half-second penalty might see him drop back behind him. Let's see what the drop is. Basically double what the penalty is around here, because it's not the worst penalty line. Sort of halfway down the straight, so it's not too bad. It's unsafe then in from the lead. So race leader is in. The 57th last time around then. Blue flag will retake the lead of the race. Unsafe now will have the medium tyres to the end, which is probably going to be the better race tyre. We're going in. Joker's going to come round then and take his P2. Derek's going to go through as well. Unsafe trundling down the pit lane. We're going to get through. Stupa stayed ahead of Matman. Unsafe then completes his mandatory pit stops and is now going all the way to the flag. 18 seconds is the gap between himself and blue flag, but he's got traffic. Lots of traffic as well. He's got Glyn first up. Glyn's on hard tyres, so he should be able to make fairly easy work of him, but Glyn's on fairly low fuel. So, every chance. As up ahead, Stufa making a move on Odon. Odon's on fairly warm mediums, Stufa's on fairly new ones. And Odon hanging on the brakes, good brake in there. It's back ahead of him. Has gone board for a bit. We haven't done some on-board action. Put in detail on that Ferrari wheel. Goes a little bit deep there into the second right-hander as they head under the hotel. As people get up the inside here, not really. You've got to be closer than that. It's just a short squirt there. It's not really overtaking opportunity. That Owen's going to have to go defensive here. He's going to try and go around the outside of him. He is. And here is Odon. He's still on the inside. He's in the pits. He's in the pits. Odon pits. And Super then is released into some clear air again. So the back one's safe, trying to go on the outside of Glyn. And that's a good move. He can get that wrapped up, and he can. Good move. Great move for one safe release, and around the outside he needed that. He's lost a little bit of time to blue flag. We're doing 57s on the hard tyre. That's not bad pace at all. Probably in a net P3. He's got one more stop to make for the soft tyre. I expect him to be any time now. Another one who's probably due in any time. Stufa long on those medium tyres. So again, he did far too long on the hard tyre. So for these then, making the most of those medium tyres at the moment. The blue flag will be on the softs at the end. So this is how the different strategies then play out. That's that hoopy. That's that hoopy. Spot it. It's up. Straightaway. Over and then out on the soft tyres. So Johnny Boy's on the hards still. He's not gone in for his soft tyres yet. Everyone has just pitted for his. So expecting a wave of pit lane. Blue flag hasn't gone in, interestingly. Thought he would have pitted by now. That man's in. That's about where you'd expect to be. So these soft tyres will hang up for a good 7 or 8 laps. Especially later in the race, you do find that you don't think it's like a noted feature of Gran Turismo. But the track definitely rubbers up and tyre wear is better later in the race. So doesn't have to get to the end. 83 litres is what he's gone for. Fast is in. Getting his soft tyres on. Odon is right on the back of Johnny Boy. Johnny Boy, you can pit anytime. Johnny Boy very wide out turn 1. He said we're going to have the momentum at the inside. He is. There he goes. That man out. He comes. Okay, back is in the pit lane as well. Webster, is it? Webster in, yep. Katie go in with another half-second penalty. He is Arsenal Joe 2.0. Picking up penalties. Static Shocker getting his pain out of the way on the hard tyres. Looks likely then 12.9 seconds over Joker. 1.3 ahead of Derek's. Derek's keeping him honest. In 4th, McMahon in safe in 5th. 58 flat. Not great pace from his blue flag in then. Sliding the back of the way into the pit lane, and so then critical pit stop this for blue flag. His final stop. Joker's going to be in. He is. Derek's going to be in. He's out of fuel. Stu for pit. Go with everybody else. The softs will get to the end. Pit man. Where does blue flag come out relative to unsafe? Blue flag is trundling down at pit lane. He's going under the track, then through the tunnel. Unsafe release. Coming out the other side. On the track, then it's going to be close, but I think unsafe is going to be ahead. Just look to your right. Where is he? There he is, just up the road. Spoofer's still got a stop to make then. Gap is about 3 seconds. Now, similar fuel. Still got a little bit of wear. Now, I do think the medium tyres are the better race tyre. The soft tyres, although they are quick, they will burn up in that final section of the lap. So it's difficult to get close enough to move, and the medium tyres will hang on for the whole lap. And so currently does. He's saying he's done a 56.6 last time around, so it's only 3/10 off his best soft lap. Moment, blue flag, all these tyres are in their absolute premium window of grip and temperature. He's chipping away at unsafe speed. Joker out in 4th, and it's a net P3. Face Potter's got one more stop to make, I believe. Or has he done them all? Maybe he has done them all. In which case, that's an inspired move. He's on. I think he's got to run his hard. I think Face Potter and Zom have got to run the hards yet. No, run the soft yet. Yeah, the medium tyres are a better race tyre by a long way, aren't they? I do think they overheat far too much in this final section of the track. It's just long, punishing, pounding corners. Right, when's Stu for pit is the question. Unsafe down the inside. Stu for around wide. Unsafe doesn't need a second opportunity. He knew he needed to do that. He put a car in between himself and blue flag. Blue flag is now just 1.7 seconds away. So 1.6 seconds cover your top three. There they all are. Blue flag in third, Stufer in second, but he has one more stop to make. Unsafe release is your race leader. It was unsafe versus blue flag for the win in the sprint race earlier in the Mazdas. It looks like it's going to be unsafe release versus blue flag for the main race. Endurance race victory in the Ferraris as well. And that time it was unsafe chasing blue flag. This time it is blue flag chasing unsafe. In a minute they've got Stufer in the middle. I've got a good run here. It's going to go to the inside. This should be fairly routine overtake for him. Oh, we're going to come on, give him a squeeze though on the braking zone, just to make sure. Through he goes, a little bit deeper. But that was a critical move. It's now under a second for the lead. They've both made all of their stops. Stufer's got one more stop to make then, so he's not really in this battle. He's going to be looking at a top 5, I think, because I'm fairly sure that Face Potter's got a stop to make. Derek has done all of his. Som's got one more stop to make. Odon's made his final stop. Glynn coming in really hot there. Gets his stop though. That man, solid P10 at the minute. Says that hoopy. It's just not, the name just does not roll off the tongue at all. Change it, go back to Monte Carlo, that's a much better name. For the back, I came back. Now on the hard side, so he's taking his pain late on in the race. A fairly solid race, a fairly consistent pace. That's all you can ask for in your first race. Get your consistency nailed, the speed will come thereafter. Katie Goodwin, once again with a half-second penalty. I swear, he just lives with that permanently, doesn't he? Stufer pits in from third. So the front two are released then to battle it out, and they're 0.3 of a second apart already. 4 laps to go. There's 5 laps to go, including the one they're on. So it's unsafe for blue flag and Joker, the same top 3 as the first race. At the minute, the front two are reversed though. Blue flag's on the soft tyre, theoretically the quicker tyre. Safe though is probably on the better tyre. Oh, but he's sideways out of the hairpin, like the rear. Blue flag's got a big run on him here. Unsafe defending the white line. Blue flag's going to have to go the long way around if he wants to make this move. Jumps out as late as he can. Maximises his slipstream then. Unsafe defends the inside hard as he can. Jostle for position at the apex. Blue flag sends it around the outside. He's got the inside for the next bit. Great move. Sideways, big twitch. Unsafe gets put out onto the rough and the AstroTurf, but blue flag is through, and Unsafe gets a half-second penalty. Not a lot he could have done there. Got the little touch there that put him out there. The game, he's decided that was a cheater. Unsafe is going to have to work harder. Oh, he's got to catch back up and pass him. He's now got to serve a half-second penalty next time around. Joker comfortably in third. Face Potter still in fourth, but will have a stop to make. Stufer's come out in fifth. Just ahead of Derek, and Derek has done his final stop. So battle for fourth is going to rage then. Face Potter will get out of the way soon, even in fact I don't know why he's still on. He's starting the hards. But honestly, again, those soft tyres immediately. Go in the pits. Go in the pits immediately. I'm sure he hasn't run the soft tyres yet. No, he has run the soft tyre. Maybe he has. Maybe he is to the end. Maybe I'm wrong. Blue flag then banging in fastest lap then 55.7 is the fastest lap of the race. As he hunted down the race leader. Unsafe again is over that curb. Again sideways, then he's dropping back at the minute then. He doesn't have any answer at the moment for blue flag. There's your top 3, blue flag, unsafe, and in the background Joker. Doesn't look like 9 seconds, does it? But it's a big old gap. They will probably take a second out of unsafe here as he serves his half-second penalty. So is this race winning moment then? Unsafe serves his penalty. What can he do then? Flash tyres, you can see already the tyre wear is now equal on these two cars. Unsafe pitted on lap 15, green flag pitted on lap 18. Oh, Glenn's had a moment coming out of the chicane. Just catching end of his drama there. Let's put Matman well clear. Just Odon and Zom battling over 7th. Odon's tyres really cooked already. It's up ahead then. Face Potter, Stufer and Derek battling hard. Stufer trying to go around the outside there. Gets run out wide. Derek's up the inside. Gives hip check as well, has a bit of a slide though, big slide. Is Stufer going to get that place back? He is, I think, he does, yeah. So where's Pace Potter come from in all this? Well, he has surprised me where he has come from. He was sort of down mid-pack a little bit early on. He's through to 4th there, so good drive from Pace Potter. Over here, he's under immense pressure. Stufer is all over him once again. He's regrouped. Just got to wait for his opportunity though. Dirty is absolute killer through that long right-hander there. Is he going to fancy a move on the hairpin? He has, yeah, he has. Looks he started on the hard tyre. I'm sure he did. Oh, face spot's wide. Oh, comes back on. Bumping and boring. Panel bashing. Into the slipstream he goes. He'll try and fight back. Derek's right there as well. Let's go aboard with Derek. The drama and fall. Face Potter going for the move. He's up the inside. Derek thinks about following him through. Hard on the brakes. Hard on the brakes. More contact between those two. More door banging. Oh, Derek's made contact. A big slide. Trying desperately to get up the inside, but can't quite make it. Nice released Face Potter to attack. He's not worrying about defence at the moment. I'm 100% sure he started on the hard tyre. I'm just fuming apparently. Why is Odon fuming? A battle with Zom at the minute. Oh, Zom is wide. Odon trying to attack around the outside. Zom's going to run into the curb. Puts him on the curb. On very worn looking soft tyres. That man behind him on slightly better foot looking soft tyres. Oh, very wide there from Odon. Very wide. Wide at the final corner. It's going to stifle his momentum. And here goes Matman. To the outside though, Odon covers the inside line into turn 1. I'm going to try and set up a bit. Oh no, Stufer's round. Stufer, having just got up to P4, has thrown it away at the first corner and down to 7th because Zom gets through. And Odon and Matman arrive on the scene then, so dramas once again for one of the new guys. He's thrown away a really good result. Big shame. Showing a lot of promise tonight. It's a shame he's not going to get the results that he probably deserved. We saw him get spun out in the first race. And he's side by side with Odon, then Zom trying to run away up ahead. Further up the road then, Derek now on the attack of Face Potter again. He's a little bit wide out the chicane, then has a twitch. So Derek then on the attack now for 4th. It's not over here. Joker comfortably in 3rd, but a bit lonely. Meanwhile up front, unsafe, has not been able to close down. So just have some traffic though. The static shocker. And Katie Goodwin. Now, let's get out of his way quickly. Because he gets held up here. Okay, yeah, static shocker's got well out of the way there, so good driving. Safe there, minimal time lost. Oh, Derek's got himself a half-second penalty, which is not what he wanted then as they go into the final lap. Stufer then has recovered and is now on the attack of Zom again. He's going to be kicking himself for throwing away a couple of places. Just in his fastest lap of the world. Races on the 57 too. Zom's a bit wide there though. He's got away with the penalty. 9 seconds lost, look. So then final lap of the race then. Thinks about to move into turn 1. Not close enough to do it. They're both about wide though. Zom's had to check up there on the AstroTurf. So that's giving Stoof the opportunity to have an attack. Not the room though for it there. He is pushing him through the long right-hander. Zom stands firm though, defends the inside. Stoofer to the outside, down the outside on the brakes. Zom's going to go deep though, try and cut him off the apex, and that's going to bring Odon back into the contention as well. Here we go then, down the back straight. Stoofer right in the slipstream of Zom. Pops to the outside, Zom moves over slightly to just check him up. They are side by side. Soft tyres versus medium tyres. What's going up here? The Derek is through. Derek is through on Face Potter, but he's got his half-second penalty to serve. Has he pulled enough away? I think he has. Face Potter's going to be closing back up again. Meanwhile behind, still got a great battle going on. Matman up the inside of Odon. Odon to the outside of Stoofer. Odon to the outside of everybody. He's outbraked himself, he's wide. Through goes Matman. Meanwhile up front then, Blue Flag has held off. Unsafe release, and for the victory it's 2 for 2 for Blue Flag. Unsafe second once again. First bridesmaid and Joker gunning through with a pair of podiums to start off his season. And Derek then defending now for his life from Face Potter into the final corner. We go, last chance. He sent it hard. Oh! Great job there from Derek for 4th. Face Potter, excellent drive in from 5th. Behind them, off Stoofer into the back of Zom. No, Zom's gone round. Oh, drama at the final corners. Matman steals P6, Odon gets P7, Glyn gets P8, Zom's going to end up P9. Oh, big shame. Stoofer ends up P10. Saz that hoofy. Comes around, P11 for him. Yeah, another one who had some dramas earlier on that's probably denied him a better result. Johnny Boy then into the final corner. Splendid looking car. Solid night's work for Johnny Boy. Good race in the Mazdas. Gets solid points there in the main race. And behind him then I came back. Webster. Solid night work. Some solid lap times at the end of the race there. 2 minute 1, 2 minute 1, 2 minute, 2 minute flat, 2 minute flat. 2 minute flat to finish as well. And Katie Goodwin and Static Shocker already over the line. So Blue Flag getting his elbows out then for victory in the endurance race as well. Then he's victorious then in the end over Unsafe Release then by 1.7 seconds then. The tyres might have started to come back to unsafe there, but he ran out of time. Joker there, a solid but lonely P3. Derek there just prevailing, stealing P4 on the final lap after Stoofer dropped it in front of them. He then managed to steal the move on Face Potter for 5th. Matman there profiting from drama at the final corner between Zom and Stoofer to get P6 on his return. Then Odon ends up with a P7 and Glyn pinches P8 on the line as well. Then we find the aforementioned Zom and Stoofer having their dramas at the final corner. End up 9th and 10th. Saz that hoopy, who had good pace early on, was in the mixer but then had a spin somewhere off camera. Ends up P11 and Johnny Boy comes home in a solid P12. I came back, a debut P13 for him. Katie Goodwin filling in for Nobby, ends up in P14, and Static Shocker in P15. There we have it then. That is the first week of GT2 stroke GT3 for season 32 in the books, and what a start to the season it's been. Incredible work from the guys as expected. Great drama there up and down the grid. And yeah, plenty more where that came from then next. Of course, well, tomorrow we've got GT1, so please join, I believe it's Joker on commentary for that. 8:30, and then next week we head on our way to it's just an endurance week next week then, so just the one race. It's Lago Maggiore GP Reverse. and that'll be just the Ferraris out next week. Rest of the calendar looks a bit like this. In week 3, we've got a sprint and endurance week at the Red Bull Ring, where they may also have a little bit of weather in play for the endurance race. Week 4 is an endurance only race at St. Croix B. Week 5, sprint race, Spa-Francorchamps sprint and endurance race there. And then week 6, we have an endurance race at the other new circuit on the game, the Gilles Villeneuve circuit, the Canadian home of the Canadian Grand Prix. That's week 6. Week 7 is a sprint and endurance week at Kyoto Yamagi Reverse before we finish the season where we started it. We're back here under the lights at the night at Abu Dhabi. So 8 weeks of racing ahead for GT1, 7 left for GT2, Stoke GT3 already. And if it's going to be anything like tonight, what a season we're in for. But thank you very much for joining the stream tonight. If you haven't already done so, please like the stream before you go. That helps us out immensely. Especially after so long. We need all the likes we can get, please. Thank you very much. And yes, thank you for watching. We'll see you then next time.